to the top.
For what?
Welcome back to Eat Sleep Sixers. I am one of your hosts, 215, the sports guy. Going to darken the mood just like my mood right now and the rest of yours. Uh, Lost at home to the Celtics tonight was not a pretty sight to see. It was a little bit more prettier than last game, but we didn't get the job done on a lot of different fronts. So I'm going to turn it over to my lovely family up here to let you guys know how they feel of what didn't work, what should have worked, and what needs to happen next game. Guys, talk to me.
Well, the entire team let down Joel Embiid on his big night,
Absolutely.
especially James Harden, especially the coach. What are you doing? What is he doing with these rotations? The garbage. Uh, Toby did nothing. Maxi did nothing. The whole team did absolutely nothing. So they should be ashamed of themselves, as far
Well,
as I'm concerned.
not the whole team.
You're
PJ
on your all right. D-Mel did all right.
and
D-Mel
PJ
did
on
all
his
right.
birthday turned up.
Yeah.
I like he played
Okay.
pretty good.
Okay. All
You
right.
know,
Okay. I'll give you those. I'll give you those. But yeah, they all let the man down. They let the big man down.
bottom line, their big three and their supporting cast showed up. One of our big three showed up, and our supporting cast was null and void. We didn't really get much of a chance except for Niang. I think he got the
Hmm.
highest amount of minutes off the bench.
I want to hear BG's
Talk to us,
perspective.
BG, because you look hot.
We don't
Pause.
play basketball like a playoff team. Simple and plain. We don't get loose balls. We don't get second chance points. We don't get deflections. We just sit and look at each other. The ball goes up. Just look at the Sixers when the ball goes up, and everybody's like this. Maybe PJ Tucker occasionally, DeAnthony Melton occasionally. We don't play with any type of urgency. We don't play as if it's a playoff game. Like we play so lazy. A lot of people try to put it on Joe and say, "Well, look, when Joe's there, the game slows down." I don't even feel like Joe slows the game down. James Harden slows the game down. Like he plays so lethargic. I just look at him like, do you realize it's a playoff? Like his body language before he was one for forever for a million. His body language stinks. He
Yeah,
doesn't look like he's engaged into a playoff basketball game. That shit in the regular season can fly. That shit ain't flying in the playoff. Like just
right.
look at his. If anybody got the heart to sit there and watch that game again, just look at James Harden. I don't care about the bad shooting percent. Just the way he walks around, the way he just throws lazy little pocket passes, throwing backdoor little corny little soft. Play like it's the play. It's the
Behind the back
playoffs, bro.
passes,
Bro, it's the
lethargic
playoffs.
passes. Yeah,
He
yeah.
plays so freaking lazy. It kills the playoffs. You play like that. I don't care about him missing shots. I care when he stopped shooting completely. That made me mad.
When he
But just his body, just looking at him come around the screen and roll so lazy and never looking to attack, just coming around and looking where I want to throw it. He was so indecisive.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think
It
that
was disgusting to watch. Like watching him play. The Sixers didn't
yeah,
play well today, but watching James Harden today was disgusting.
It was.
That's
It
not
was.
Philadelphia, yo. That
no,
was nasty.
I secretly thought he would. I secretly hoped he would foul out. I've been complaining about him all season long with how he runs out the freaking shot clock, which is fine in the regular season, but in the playoffs, when you're in the fourth quarter and you're within striking distance, and you're still running down the damn shot clock like you have all day. You can't do that. And then he's like indecisive. Like, make a quick decision and do it. Shoot the freaking ball, pass the ball. Don't turn it over and make a stupid pass. Or
You
he did
know,
his Ben Simmons move where he drive to the basket, kick it out. Come on.
he did that so much in the third quarter. I was like, yo,
Oh
what
my
is wrong,
God.
bro? Like,
Oh
what's
my.
wrong?
It was to the point where the announcers, national media, was calling him out for passing up wide open 7-foot, 8-foot shots. It's just I wish Doc had the balls to take him out, sit him on the bench, give Maxey the ball. Look, you run point. We need somebody aggressive that's going to be assertive out there. Bottom line, I don't care how much you make, you're hurting the team at that point.
Absolutely. I swear to God, I don't understand. Up until the end of the third quarter, Paul Reed had only played 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Paul Reed's he brings something to the game. I know he's not like the difference maker, but he brings toughness and he brings
energy
and he brings energy,
flat.
gets rebounds, and he gets offensive rebounds.
You play your center who's coming back off a knee injury, and granted, he was our best scorer tonight. It was pretty much what we were leaning on offensively, but you play him 40 minutes. You play the backup center who's been giving you energy all playoffs. Play him 5 minutes. It was just one thing that sticks out to me, BG. I'm just saying one more thing, bro.
Okay. I just got a question for something you said, but go ahead.
One thing that sticks out to me when I look at this Boston team and I look at us, is they have plenty opportunities to score from the design of the offense. The design of the offense leaves them open to shoot wide open shots a lot. Inside cutting, screening, cutting, double cuts off the side. These guys move around without the ball. We are very stand-aroundish. It's been like that all season. Yes, it works out when your MVP is playing MVP caliber ball and James Harden is giving you 22 and 14. Tobias is scoring 18. Max is scoring 18. But when that's not happening, our offense looks real vanilla and easy to guard. So
I said it all season. How many times did I say we won games simply because we had talent?
Yeah.
We don't win because we got schemes and plays and shit like that. We just talented. We won games because we have Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, James Harden on good nights, Tobias Harris on good. Like, we won games because of that.
Yeah.
We haven't seen a game where we out schemed a team, where we ran play. Like, we really don't have plays, bro. Like, we really don't have offensive sets at all.
At all, man.
I don't understand why. Well, I guess I do understand. That's not what I'm trying to say. What I would like to see in the future is a coach who has the courage to sit a guy who's underperforming and put in, someone who might really do something for this team. Like, you put D'Anthony Melton in this game, and he was suddenly like, it was a different team.
It was a different chemistry out there. You're right, man. You're right.
I mean, he can't play Harden when he's gonna act like when he's just like moping around and trying to get foul calls, and it was his
bad.
whole demeanor was bad.
Everything was bad. Like, I'm just watching. Like, this looks just like, how are you not up for this game? Do you
Like,
not know?
he wants to go to Cancun, man. He looks like he wants the season to be done.
Hey,
You
Lex.
see what he said the other day? He said he wished he was at the Met Gala, but he's in the playoffs right now.
Hey,
I don't want to re-sign him. I'm sorry, I don't want to re-sign him. I don't.
Lex. Niang did have a better offensive performance than he's had throughout the playoffs, but his defense is brutal. Go ahead, BG.
Niang didn't have a good game. Niang had a 2-minute stretch.
Yeah.
He had 10 points, and 8 of them was in that 2 minutes. Let's not act like he had a great game. He had a 2-minute stretch where he made shots. That's it. Niang didn't have a good game. He didn't have a good game. But you said something earlier about you called Joel Embiid, I think you said his position. What did you say? What position does Joel Embiid play?
Center.
You sure?
MVP.
You sure he plays center?
I
Because it looks like he might be maybe our 2 guard, maybe the 3. I grew up in the 90s. I have never seen a 7-footer only touch the ball on the block 3 times in one game.
Yeah.
Watch the game back.
About 3 times, man.
He touched the ball 3 times, and he's 7 feet tall on the block.
And those three,
Every time he catches the ball, it's at the 3-point line, top of the key, free throw extended. Why? I don't get it.
and those three
Why?
times he touched the ball, BG, down there in the paint, easy bucket, easy foul. You know, it's almost like they had to foul him at that point. It's just alarming. It's alarming.
I just don't understand how we don't have plays to get a open post for Embiid in the flow of an offense. I just don't understand. I don't understand how he is never playing on the block. He's never there. He's never on the block. He starts the play at the free throw line extended, and then he sets a screen at the top of the key. We run the same fucking play every play down the court. Every single play down the court. Why are we running the same bullshit over and over and over again? Dog, they have times Marcus Smart is guarding Joel Embiid.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm taller than Grant Williams. Grant Williams is guarding. These guys are tough, rugged guys. Don't get me wrong. No disrespect to these guys. But no, let me finish. When Malcolm Brogdon was guarding Joel Embiid.
Yeah,
like think about these things, y'all. They have guards guarding him because of where he's at. They like, oh well, if he's gonna be up there, we'll put a guard in his body and keep our big in the paint just in case somebody get by him. We'll put him on somebody else. How dumb of a coaching staff do we have? Like this shit, you can't make this shit up.
Nah.
Our coaching staff is fucking stupid.
Yeah.
For the way we utilize this team. Point blank. And no, the series is not over. This is not me saying the series is over. I still think we can beat this team, but we got some adjustments to make. We do not play against better teams. Me, well.
BJ. After getting slaughtered last game, you would think the proper adjustments would have been made, and I don't feel like they were. You know, I didn't see Tyrese being attacking enough, attacking the rack, getting to the line. I didn't see, Harden shooting high percentage shots. So many times we was on the run today. So many times we was on a run, on a comeback. He shoots a out of place, out of rhythm three.
That was what I was gonna say.
My God!
At halftime, I guarantee this is the dumb coaches we have. They don't think about getting Tyrese Maxey involved. I guarantee they looked at him and just said, "Be more aggressive." That's all they said. Yep. They didn't say, "Hey, let's figure out some ways to get you buckets." They said, "Be more aggressive." He went out there and took some of the dumbest floating layups, running 100 miles per hour, stupid shots I've ever seen. Like you can tell that they don't coach. They just go to, "Hey, just be more aggressive, Tyrese. How about y'all give me opportunity?"
There's no accuracy. He's so fast. He's just running, chucking it up. He's running and chucking it up, running and chucking it up, running and chucking up. Finish your shot, man. You're not Steph Curry. You don't practice that shot 1,000 times.
I never thought I would say that a person taking a layup was a bad shot. I never thought I would say that. But some of them shots Max was taking in the third and the fourth.
They're not even layups, man. They're just chucking it up.
And you saw he was playing out of frustration of not getting his usual way with his speed over that length he was playing. One thing they got to teach him, man, and one thing the great AI figured out a long time ago, I'm faster than everybody on the court, but I'm smaller than them too. So
I tried to wear both MVPs. I tried to wear both MVPs today, and it didn't work. I wore this under the Embiid jersey because I was like, "Oh, last MVP, now MVP." It didn't work. Damn it!
Nah.
My bold prediction came true, though.
What was your bold?
Embiid with 30.
Man, I ain't even. You know what's crazy? I didn't even look at I'm looking at the box score, and I completely just looked over Embiid. Like I'm just looking at everything else. I swear I did not know he had 30.
He had a spectacular game. It's just the rest of his team sucked, and they let the man down on his MVP night. Mad. If I could, I swear to God, I'm sick to my stomach. I am sick to my stomach that they let that man down.
PJ Tucker might have been the second best player on our team tonight.
Yes, he was tonight.
That's sickening. That's sick. That's sick.
And then DeAnthony Melton was our third.
That's sick.
PJ played the right way tonight. And
because he got his ass jacked out of the game for not shooting that three in the first quarter. Then he was like, "Oh, I guess I better shoot it."
But
And then he made him.
why doesn't Doc treat all his players the same?
Bingo.
I seen him get in PJ butt. I see him get in Maxie's butt sometime. Bro, if James Harden is not playing up to par, and he was by far the worst player on the floor tonight, period. You needed to sit him down. He was the worst player on the floor, bro.
As
Who?
much as I want to agree,
He was worse.
Who
you
was
ready?
worse?
You ready?
Who?
Go ahead.
Somebody who wasn't aggressive, didn't score much, and was getting cooked. Tatum was cooking the shit out Tobias.
Tobias.
Tonight.
Nah, I still wouldn't say
he
Tobias.
He was cooking the shit out Tobias tonight.
Bro, I'm not a big plus minus guy, but I guarantee you James Harden was minus 76 tonight.
He had to be. He played the most minutes. How do you play that bad and Doc Rivers going to take you out? How do you play 41 minutes? That was the worst 41 minutes of that man's career. And you just kept him out there.
And if he took him out for longer, say he played like 32 minutes, could have won this game. I felt like he was the difference. I'm sorry. What?
I'm about to correct Carl real quick. I just looked. Although we don't believe in plus minus on the show, you brought it up. James Harden plus minus was negative 12. Tobias's was negative 18. He was getting sued tonight, dog. Tatum was having his way with Tobias tonight.
I honestly feel like, even though he excelled at some points this season, I feel like he's lost when all are accounted for on the floor. I don't feel like he feels like he has a place out there other than catching and shooting. That's if he's getting the ball to catch and shoot.
If you ain't got a place, if you ain't getting a lot of shots, you should have quite a bit of energy on the defensive end. And that boy Tatum was cooking.
He was getting cooked. He had the Mamba mentality on him.
He was out there cooking Toby. I felt bad. It was a point I felt bad, but Toby when he hit that three on the wing, I'm like, God.
When he did the post up, step back three on the wing.
Oh God. Yeah. We had to steal game 2.
Want a cat?
We had to steal game 2 with the way Tatum played in game 2. That was the game to steal. Although we should have won this game. First game at home against Boston on MVP night. Is no way you should lose this. That crowd was fired up early, and then they just got silenced. And every time they tried to get up, like we hit a 3, the crowd would get up defense. They hit a 3.
Then they did. Where was our defense? We haven't even talked about that. Like, where was our defense this entire freaking game? It was poor. It was piss poor. Piss poor effort is what it was. And let me tell you, I'm not going to sit here and say the series is over because it's not. But I think Sunday's a must win. I think Sunday is a must win, or else that shit really is over.
I agree with you, Jen.
It seems like when we lose or when we're having a bad game or the game's going bad, my cat
turnovers was
draws. I don't know what's going on with her.
Why are you talking about the cat right now? We talking about
bro, you're not seeing what I'm seeing.
We only had 13. We had 13 turnovers, Bird. We only had 13. It felt like more. I'm not gonna lie.
The turnovers wasn't a thing tonight. Capitalizing 50-50 balls.
What's that?
50 hustle. Balls.
The Sixers don't know what that means.
When have we ever we didn't do it in the regular season, and it made me sick. And now it's just so dog. They get 2, 3, 4 shots at the basket. Guess what?
Let me ask you
one of them motherfuckers gonna go in.
Let me ask you a question. On hindsight, right? Was the Thibault McDaniels trade a good trade?
It doesn't matter.
Well, I'm asking the question.
I just don't think it matters.
Could Thibault have made a better effort on this team?
No, because he wouldn't have scored.
He wouldn't have scored. No.
He could check a Brown and he could check a Tatum.
Yeah.
And do what with him? Like what they going? They're gonna have 27 instead of 33. Like again, in the playoffs, it's very hard to say I'm gonna stop this superstar. You make it hard on them. You definitely can make it hard on them. But these stars, man, the real stars, they show up when it matters, yo. They show up when it matters, and all you can do is hope to contain them. You're not gonna stop them. Yes, Thibault would have been a better body we could throw at him, but McDaniels doesn't play bad defense. He just, they barely get in the damn game. Like I don't even know. Like Doc, I don't like Doc Rivers no more. I don't think I've ever really liked.
You
I don't
sound,
think I,
you sounded like an upset kid at a park. I don't like Doc Rivers anymore.
I don't think I ever liked him, but I'm starting to hate him. Like I didn't not
Yeah.
like I didn't like him, but he was our coach. So it's like, man, come on, Doc. Come on, Doc. You could do it. And now
He didn't make a single adjustment between game 2 and game 3.
listen.
So hey, guess what?
And you just segued
You
this
lose.
to our next, what I was about to bring up, what Berg was about to say. Is it time to shuffle the deck in this rotation? You almost have to. Is it time to shuffle the deck when guys aren't producing? Do you throw in a house? Do you throw
We threw in a house.
we threw in a house for 18. How many seconds did he play? It didn't even register a minute. It says 0 in the box score. It says 0. Oh no, he came in the game. I was happy when I saw. I was like, all right, let's see what House gonna give us.
Mm-hmm.
It says 0 in the box score. He didn't even register a minute.
We need a new coach. We need to get rid of James. I'm sorry. I don't want to see James on this team next year because he's not going to get us what we want, which is playoffs, which is beyond the friggin' second round. And he just chokes. He just chokes.
I'm still gonna take the wait and see approach. There are plenty more games left in this series. Yeah,
we'll see Sunday. We'll see Sunday.
We're gonna
Sunday's
see.
Sunday's D-Day, in my opinion.
Because at the same time, at the end of the day, we're talking about the assist leader in the NBA.
Yeah, where's his assist now?
I mean, he had 10 assists tonight, but offensively, otherwise, it just wasn't there. He was not taking shots he was supposed to take tonight. His confidence was shook, and I don't see how that happens days after you score 45 points. I just don't. It's mind-boggling.
It's James Simmons, man. It's like when he had that freaking.
Shut up.
It's like when he had that 42 game in Utah. Never to be seen again. Never to be seen again.
I think you got to put 50 Cent in the pot for that. I don't know.
And then let's talk about the fact that we got like 0 offensive rebounds, and all the Celtics were doing was getting offensive rebounds and second chance opportunities. Man, they got so many. I'm just like, why? I see Toby standing there. Can't you grab a rebound? Why are you just standing there?
And they did the Horford thing again, where he made 6 threes. He lived out there at 3-point land. They caught us on some switches with him. I didn't see Doc adjust with that. I was suggesting putting PJ on him. At least PJ can make sure he runs him off the 3-point line, because that's all he can do at this point. He made one little fadeaway inside shot. Some work needs to be done here, man. Some work needs to be done. So at the end of the day, the game was within grasp, even with Harden playing like shit. The game was still there to be won.
That's what hurts more is like, bro, y'all right there. Like, it was no point where this game was out of reach, and y'all still don't have the energy to like. That's the biggest thing that stands out to me. The way they play. The ball is not gonna always go in, man. It's just not gonna always go in. That's why I said with that Harden shit, it's not the fact that he shot it so poorly. It was the way he played. Like, our energy level stinks. Every single first quarter we play in, how with that crowd is a team able to start off 5 for 5 against us? Explain.
I don't know.
How is a team able to start 5 for 5 against us with that crowd after they just watched Embiid cry in the middle of the court?
It's like, disrespectful. The entire city of Philadelphia.
How do you play so lethargic in the playoffs, man? Do y'all realize it's the first team that just won 16 games? It's going to be the hardest 16 games you've ever won in your life, but it's just 16. Be tired and be lazy on the offseason. How can you not get up for this game? Like, I just don't understand why this team plays. They don't play like a team in the playoffs. We play like it's October. We play like it's November.
Yeah.
Bro, it's May.
Yeah.
As much as the series not over, guys. We can win this series. We can win this series. If we win on Sunday, everything happened that was supposed to happen. 2 games at home, 2 games on the road. We took 2 games if we win on Sunday. So it's not over. But it's to the point now where it's like, I really want to beat Boston. I hate Boston. I really want to go to the next round. I really want to win a championship. But you know what? You know what that's going to do?
What?
Ensure Doc Rivers is still here.
Yep. I'm glad.
Well, hey, you know, if he all of a sudden gets his shit together and coaches a better game next time, then feelings might change a little bit.
I'll tell you, I'm gonna say something real huge right now. If Harden has half the game that he's supposed to play tonight, if Tyrese Maxey has half the shots that he was supposed to hit tonight, we're not mentioning Doc's name at all tonight. So at the end of the day, we can blame coaching, but you know, players got to play. Players got to play.
And coaches got to coach.
Coaches got to coach, but players got to play. You know, point blank. You know,
but when the players aren't playing, I need you to coach them. I agree with you, Carl. Players got to play. But when I'm looking at James Harden playing the way he was playing today, I need you to come sit next to me so we can talk about this.
Yeah, absolutely.
When I see Maxey not doing what he's supposed to do,
PJ.
I need you to do this. And if you can't do this, I got 7 other guys right here that'll probably do it. So what's up? What you gonna do? If it ain't working, it ain't working. I'm sorry. At some point, something got to give, dog. Something got to give.
Most definitely. So, you know, Jose will be back, Ramir, next show and whatnot. But the fam is here. The rest of the fam is here. You could cry on our shoulder if you want to, bro. We're around.
That's a good point. That's a good point, Bird. That's a real good point. So, with your whole players got to play. If you don't have any direction, because coach is the leader. If you don't have any direction, you're just going out there and playing basketball. You can't beat a team that does have a coach, that does adjustment, that does coach situational basketball. You can't beat them just with talent. Talent's not going to win.
It's not going to do that
against a talented team.
Right.
Because we have talent. We have talent. They also have talent, but they play as a team. Difference. They coach.
How's Doc gonna lose to Joe? Never been in the playoffs before Missoula. Please, that's just another freaking big kick in the side. This man is the fourth most playoff wins in coaching history. He can't beat. Never played a playoff game. Never coached a playoff game. Joe Missoula. Come on.
It's horrible.
Come on.
Horrible.
Anyway.
The whole organization got something to prove these next few games, man. We've been hitting this speed bump for some time now. That is the second round. You either poop.
It's a wall.
Or get off.
I'm about to say speed bump. Every speed bump my car has ever ran into, I got over it. Like this ain't no wall. The second round ain't no speed bump. This is a flat out dead end stop sign. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Like oh man, we got to get out this round.
See, like I think Joel clearly plays with heart, 100% heart on his sleeve. Dude is out there every game. He's jumping around on one leg. Only person out there giving a shit about what's going on. Where's the heart of the rest of the team?
Yeah. Bird, I can say this, but then I can't say this. I feel like when our team is playing up to their capability, we're just as talented as a lot of other teams in the league. We're not playing up to our capability at all, from the bench to the starters. So yeah, it looks like they're a lot more talented than us, when all reality, you pull the paper out, they're not. We're just not playing up to our capability. Toby is a shell of himself right now. Maxey is a shell of himself right now. Your man Harden is just not out there. He's in Vegas somewhere in his head. So it's just, you know what I mean? It's hard to judge the whole talent thing when our talent isn't playing talented enough.
Joe just said the lack of hustle is a problem. It is a problem. Big freaking problem. And Timmy, I wish I was numb to this, but I'm sick to my stomach. I would like to be numb, but I'm sick to my stomach, honestly.
I'm sure the rest of my family could say up here this. these are the types of shows that we don't like to do. I'm just gonna say it. We don't like to do these. We give them.
And you
to
made us
y'all.
wait with your damn headphones. Me and Jim was mad. Like we was literally like, man, look, we about to just kick him out the room and just go out.
And y'all should have. I wouldn't mind after this game. But much love to all of y'all, man. We definitely will see you pregame on Sunday. We'll be more bubbly, I promise you. We'll have a couple days to shake this off.
I only
Maybe
got
not
to wear the
BG.
jersey. I
He's
only
always
got to wear the
angry.
jersey one day.
Okay. You know what I mean? Take that jersey off.
Oh yeah, it's gone for season.
All right.
Y'all know my
Yeah.
rule, dog. It's gone. You won't see this again until next year.
Most definitely. Hey, we see all y'all comments, man. We'll be getting with y'all on pregame. Right now, please look on top of the screen. You'll notice that we're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch. We depend on word of mouth advertising. So, Jen, what we need people to do?
We need you to like our channel, subscribe, give us a comment, give us a 5-star review, do all the things, show us that you are there and want to see more content from us. That's
Most
all I
definitely.
gotta say.
And if you didn't understand it in English, my Spanish brothers.
I didn't even say. And don't forget to
I was
tell
about to say I can't say what she just said in Spanish.
to
I
tell
never
a
knew.
friend about Eat Sleep Sixers.
And if you didn't understand that in English, my grumpy Spanish old head up top is going to explain it to you in Spanish.
They don't deserve it. See y'all game 4.
See y'all game
The Sixers don't even deserve it. See y'all game 4, baby.
Peace
Let's
out,
go
y'all.
Sixers.
Much love.